Hi guys, welcome back to my Xvious guide. Now I'm gonna review Lord of the Seas Nichol. So let's start from his stats. So his stats, like you can see that he gets nice magic boost and a little 100% true double hand magic. So yes, he can become your attacker, but if you take a look on these stats, I must say this is pretty crappy stats because usually normal mage get 200% true double hand mage, and the most important factor as a magic DPS is he doesn't have 100% chain modifier cap. So yes, good luck with that if you want to make him a DPS character. And as a support, I can say that yes, he is not that great, okay, because he only get 3 limit burst crystals regen per turn. I wish he gets like faster LBV rate or other things, okay, but no. Okay, actually about attacker as a DPS, he has nice EVO damage and EVO magic, okay, 300%, 100% EVO damage. So yes, again, if you're able to max this EVO damage, then he can deal some nice damage, but again, with low magic and true double hand, good luck with that. Okay, and yes, as a buffer, I can say that he has something really nice. Okay, preemptive buff. It gives you 200% all stats, 100% limit burst damage, and 100% fire resist. So this one is really nice if you need faster buff. Okay, you want to do one turn KO and you kinda lack of slot for limit burst damage buff. But again, this buff is good. Okay, don't get me wrong, this is good. But on situation like dark vision, on like let's say on like Clash of Wheels, maybe basically the situation where you want to kill the enemy on the first turn, I think it's better to bring Sylvie, because Sylvie can fill your limit burst gauge into full and also give you 200% limit burst damage. So yes, for fast setup, I can say this one is not that special. But for long-term setup, maybe on long battle, this one is quite good. Okay, and the difference is between normal and Brave Shift form is only on Brave Shift form, he will trigger area effect when evoke Leviathan. So Leviathan, I'm not sure the effect, okay? Is it 25% all water damage or only magic damage? Not sure, but what I can say is if it increases both physical and water, then this one is amazing because you can combine it with his normal water damage buff and result into great water damage. So that's all about the stats. Now let's talk about the normal form. So normal form, he is a support on this form, and sure, he can also become a chainer, but his chaining abilities are Water God +2 and Flood +2. So again, not amazing damage, only 40 times, and because he is actually evoker, so I really don't recommend you to use him as a DPS on this form. And the buff he has on this form is, first, he has Water Imbue, AoE, and 30% water damage. So yes, I can say this is nice. And yes, it is superior compared to White Dragon Link in terms of elemental damage. Okay, because White Dragon Link only give you like 15-25% if I'm not mistaken. 25%, so 5% lower. So yes, it's better in terms of damage boost. But again, let me remind you that White Dragon Link buff also imperil the enemy resist. So this one is kinda good. But if you ask me which one is better for elemental imbue buffer, White Dragon Link is the answer because she has 2 elements, Nichol only has 1 element. And other than that, he also has Protect God +2 and Shield God +2. which means you can get 50% physical and magic mitigation, which is good. But again, there's one problem. As a buffer, he doesn't have general mitigation. Sure, I know that maybe it's not a must, but he doesn't have ailments, stats resist buff, and this general mitigation. So I think that's a big flaw in my eyes. Okay? And for limit burst, I can say this limit burst is really nice because it is super dispel, okay? Remove all buffs and remove all debuffs from all allies. But again, I have talked about this. Maybe it is not as great as it sounds because the enemy always imperil or debuff you every turn. Okay? So maybe this one can be useful on situation like, let's say, preemptive debuff and the enemy won't debuff anymore. That's good, but on trial battle, I don't think this all debuffs are that important. Okay, because of the game itself, okay, not because the abilities. The abilities is amazing, okay. Until we get a trial, we can utilize the ability. That's all I want to say. And for the stats buff, 300% all stats, pretty nice, and 200% limit burst damage. So I can say this limit burst is good, but maybe you want to save it for his Brave Shift form limit burst. So let's take a look on Brave Shift form. So on Brave Shift form, he can deal some nice damage, okay? He has Plotting Strike Chain, which deals 64 times Evil Water damage. So yes, if you have maximum Evil damage and Evil Magic, I can say he can deal nice damage with this ability, without a doubt. But remember, you also need to max his magic stats and True Double Hand. And don't forget Chain Modifier Cap. Okay, so good luck with that. And yes, even you don't deal maximum damage, I mean you don't have those things max, this skill is still worth to be used. Because like you can see, it gives you 150 MP to all allies. And 3 Evo Crystals. Because this is a chaining skill, I believe you will triple cast this, which means he can recover 450 MP to all allies. So yes, he is amazing MP battery. That's a good thing. Other thing than that, he can still chain with Water Ga and Flood. But yeah, those are useless. Okay. And he still has that AoE Water Imbue buff. The thing which lost on this form is the Protect Ga and Shield Ga plus 2. Okay, you lose abilities to cast that, but it's okay. Okay, because if you take a look here, his limit burst will give you 350% all stats, 45% water damage, and 250% limit burst damage. So I can say that in terms of stats buff, he is the best buffer at this point. Okay, he's absolutely the best. If you compare him to White Dragon Link need to cast 2 limit bursts only to get 300% all stats buff. But remember that White Dragon Link also gives you 55% general mitigation and then auto erase. Sure, the LP damage is not as good too, only 200%. But the point here is, yes, Nichol is good, but White Dragon Link doesn't become bad because of Nichol. Because she has so much utilities compared to Nichol. But the main problem with Nichol is, take a look on the screen. This is the new upcoming Irit limit burst. So I believe you agree with me then that Irit limit burst is superior compared to Nichol. Maybe you say, oh, I don't need light, I need water damage buff. So if that's your case, then yes, Nichol is the best water booster damage. But again, if you don't care about the element, basically you only want to have something that boosts your damage. Oh, let's simply use light element. Okay, you fight against the enemy who doesn't have any particular resist. So in that case, we can simply use Irit. And on Japan, she is free, so Nichol, sorry, okay? Really sorry, I don't like you at all. That's all about the Brave Ship form. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, as a support, it's pretty simple, okay? Basically, you want to have 12 limit burst crystals per turn. He already has 3 limit burst regen, so you only need to search 9 if you have Lumine STMR, then it's pretty easy, okay? And for DPS build, what I can say is good luck, because like you can see that he needs 300% true double hand magic, 150% magic, 200% Evo magic, and Savior of Soul Lightning STMR. Okay, so ask yourself, are you able to fit all those things into ability slot, okay, for him? If you're able to do this, then I can say yes, he can deal nice damage. Otherwise, he just deal like supporting damage with nice MP battery. Okay, so don't get your hopes too high, I guess. Okay, so it's all about what you have on your equipment. Okay, if you are well, then he can become nice DPS. But again, if you are well, you can gear other characters, and that will be much better than him as a DPS, right? So that's all about equipment. My conclusion for Lord of the Seas, Nichol. So yes, I can say he is the best stats buffer, right? Because yes, 350% versus 300% White Dragon Link. Easy, the best stats buffer. And his bolting strike chain on Brave Ship form, it is also nice, okay? It can deal nice damage, and yes, super good MP battery. Okay, that's really good. And yes, if you want to max Luna Freya damage, then wow, Nichol is pretty good, because that 45% water damage boost is gonna awesome. But okay, like I say, Irit gonna come soon. And yes, from what I know, okay, some of you say that she is free. So yes, like I say, okay, I don't say that Nichol will be useless when Irit comes. No, he won't become useless, because Irit is light elemental imbuer and Nichol is water. So even when you get Irit, if you really want to max your water damage, Nichol is still the man. But again, like I say, if you don't care about element, why you try to pull a character that's gonna be power creep soon with free unit? Especially also, if you already have White Dragon Link, sure, White Dragon Link is inferior in terms of stats buff, but I think overall buff, White Dragon Link is still the winner. She has physical evasion, general mitigation, physical and magic mitigation, all ailments resist. So she can do so much that Nichol not able to. And yes, Nichol, Trust Mastery Word, STMR, Vision Card, I can say that they are all bad. The Trust Mastery Word, 100% fast LBV rate. This one is useful if only they pair it with, let's say, like health boost, spirit boost, instead of confused resist. What? This is simply so random, guys. The water resist I can understand. and it's useful. But confused resist, I don't know. Maybe it's better to give him all elements resist buff. Gumi, okay. For STMR, maybe some of you complain, this STMR is amazing. This gives you 50% aquatic and beast killer. Yes, it's amazing for if you only want the killers, but take a look, okay. They give a killers on an equipment which doesn't have attack or magic boost. And it's also mediocre in terms of defense and spirit. So really guys, bad STMR I can say, okay. If you think it's good, then get it, okay. But I don't like it. And for Vision card, I can say this may be one of the worst Vision card ever. The health, magic, spirit boost, they are nice, okay, 80, 800. But the abilities, it's bad. It increases your MP, okay. I don't think you need MP that much. Yes, maybe you say they make it for support. I think support gonna love faster LBV rate much more than MP boost. And the level 10 effect, 20% fire ice lightning. Wow. Even free card has better level 10 abilities. I mean random card, okay, not free, sorry. The random when you pull. There are cards that give you 30% on 3 elements. But this one, it's simply horrible. Okay, so that's all I can say about this Nichol. If you really want to build water party, then yes, get him. But otherwise, stay away and save your lapis. Okay, and yes, I have told you about Irit, but again, we need to keep our expectation low for global version. Because it's different game than Japan. Okay, maybe they gonna make Irit into premium character. You need to pull her. Maybe, because just take a look here. We don't get story event on this week featuring Nichol or whatever. So, wow, we lose kinda lots of lapis here. So that's a brave move. So maybe on Irit, they're gonna make another brave move by making her into premium character. After all, this game is called Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Okay, I recently know what's the brave mean on the title. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video. Bye bye guys.